What is going on, fellow farmers? Welcome back to another episode of FS25 with your boy cjfarms. Today we're going to be back on the Ponderosa map. As of right now, we do have a worker on field 10 who is cultivating the field, and then that'll be it for that, and then we can plant again. The last time we were here, ladies and gentlemen, we did widen this field. As you guys can see, it turned out great. It's not perfect on the edges. As y'all can see, there's a couple of edges here that are sticking out, like right there, but I'm trying to really work on my OCD and not let little things like that bother me. I mean, even though really, I could take a cultivator and just straighten it right out, but I'm not going to worry about it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on cutting some trees down. However, this time around, when we cut these trees down, I don't know if we want to cut on this side or if we want to cut on this side. We might start cutting on this side, so we can start, I know we talked about building a trail back through here from this field to field 10 and then build a driveway. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting these trees down and actually building our farm. So like putting down a shed, maybe moving that shed from here, even though it looks good right there, I might just leave it right there. Putting down a shed, putting down, our petro tanks and just the stuff that comes on a farm that we're going to need, put down a house and all that, because I don't have a house to live in right now. I've been sleeping in my tractor. Now, since I got the new shop, I've been sleeping in here. So I've got a blow-up mattress that I put here in the corner, and I put some blankets on it. I've got heat in here now. As you guys see, there's some vents in here, so I've got heat at night in here, and it's I'm sorry, not the vents, not those are lights. But I got a floor heater I put in here tonight, so it gets a little chilly. It heats it up in here, and it actually keeps it rather warm. So let's close this door right here, and we're going to close this door. Let's get that shop closed up. But that's where I sleep at night for right now. So what we need to do is start focusing on cutting down these trees and building our farm back this way, and possibly maybe putting down a house with a driveway. That's what I really need to do. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate y'all tuning into the stream. Sorry, not the streams, but the videos all week. Happy Friday, everyone. It is Friday morning. Right now it is 8:43, I believe. And I did not have time to record a video this morning, but I'm recording it now. But because I was actually editing an FS25 exclusive video for the Patreon. And if you guys want to check that out, I'll link the Patreon in the pinned comments. It is the $50 tier for those episodes, but there's already I think 18 episodes in that FS25 playlist, and it's the $50 tier. And the reason it's the $50 tier is because it's videos with way less ads. So, and nobody's purchased that tier yet. I've got people on the $5 tier, the $10 tier. No, don't do that yet. I've got people on the $5 tier, the $10 tier, even the $25 tier. But I've got nobody on the $50 tier yet, and I just keep making content for those, all the tiers over there. Even though people, some of them have not been purchased yet, I still make videos for them. So when people do purchase those tiers, if they do and win, then they'll have content there to watch. But on the $50 tier, there's already 18 videos in that playlist ready to watch. So we're gonna start cutting trees down. Probably right here, and we're going to work our way back and then work our way over. So let's open up the machine right here, and we're going to go ahead and pipe out. While that's doing its thing, we're going to grab a tractor and grab the trailers, because you guys know that we love to sell wood chips. We'll grab this tractor right here, and we'll go ahead and it says refuel. I don't want to refuel. Why is it saying refuel? No, I don't want to refuel. I want to fill up my cedar. Why is it telling me to refuel? It said refuel. It's the refueling. Okay, that's weird. It's filled up my cedar on refueling. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of leave this parked right here, and because we're gonna be using that, pretty soon to plant on the fields again. Once our worker is done over there, we'll be doing that. So we're gonna grab we're gonna grab both of these trailers, because we're probably going to need both of them for all the trees that we're about to cut down. We're about to cut down a slew of trees. I don't know if I want to cut down a big bunch of trees at once, or if I just want to cut down one tree at a time and throw it in the wood chipper, because when you do cut down a lot of trees, you get it done quicker that way. However, it takes a lot longer to get your job done. as far as like picking the trees up go. So let's get that cover off of here, and we're gonna make a big U-turn here, and we're gonna come back so we can go straight in beside that wood chipper, and that pipe will track this trailer here. So we're gonna drive right in beside it here. There goes the pipe. See where it stops at. Come on. About right there. That's where I like it. Okay. Now let's make sure that our hazard lights are on. They are. Okay. Let's hop back in here. No, I hopped into the vent. Let's hop back into this one, and we gotta move that crane there. It's definitely got to be moved. It's got to be out of my way, because if I leave it there, it'll be in my way when I'm trying to put my trees in the grinder or the wood chipper. All right, let's go ahead and start that machine. There it goes. It's turning, and let's get our chainsaw going here. All right, so I think we're gonna do like one tree at a time, and then we'll just toss in the wood chipper as we go. There we go. There goes that one, and we're just going to pick this up, and we're going to take it to the wood chipper and just chop it in there like that. And hopefully the wood chipper acts right today, because it has, you know, something like, you guys have seen these episodes for those that watch. Sometimes a wood chipper takes the whole tree, and sometimes I got to fight with it. So, all right, let's go ahead and start cutting this one down as well, because I feel like this one's going to be in our way if we don't cut it down. Why is there only a half circle on each side? It's going to cut the whole tree down? Oh my gosh. Was that two separate trees? Oh, it was. It is two separate trees. Okay. So let's turn this around if we can get it turned. Yeah, I think that tree back there is catching it. We're going to go ahead and cut it down, because this is why I want to cut it to begin with, because it's definitely in our way. Let's cut it right there. See how even we get it. Do we get it pretty even? Oh, that's all right. It's all right. All right, let's go ahead and cut these tree stumps up. All right, there we go. There's that. I do want to thank everybody who tunes in and hits the like button. And I want to thank the two people who've been commenting on the videos lately, which is Phil Geisler. He's my #1 commenter. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you commenting on the videos, brother. I love engaging with you. And there was another guy who commented on the channel, and I'm sorry, man. I'm so bad with names sometimes, and I cannot remember your name to save my life, but I just want to tell you thank you so much for taking the time to comment on the channel, man, and engage with me, because I love engaging with my audience, and it means a lot when I see you guys over here leaving comments. So I really appreciate you, man. Nonetheless, even though I can't remember your name right now, I appreciate you, dude. I really do. I really appreciate you. All right. If I think to do so, I'll throw y'all's comments up on the screen here somewhere, and I'll snip them or snip pick them. What do you call it? A little snipping tool, and I'll put them in the video here somewhere when I mention it, so you guys can see your comments. Is it gonna? What is it doing? Man, come on, dude. Just work with me today. Please don't irritate me. As much as I love cutting wood, it irritates me sometimes, because see how the logs are doing? Like, there's actually nowhere you can grab these things and get it to do right. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, get it in the wood chipper. Oh my gosh. Am I caught on something, another tree or something? Like, I am right here. See, this is why when I first start, it's good to cut down a bunch of trees at once. That way it gets the other ones out of your way. Man, it's just, they're all in the way right now. It's bugging me to death. Let me get this out of the way. Maybe I can maneuver a little better like that. There we go. Okay, now let's try to put it back in there again. It is always so worth it. It's just always so worth it. What am I getting caught on now? Am I getting caught on the daggum tree for real? Oh my gosh, I am. I'm getting caught on the tree. My goodness, man. All these trees, dude. Once we get the first part of this done, man, it'll be easy peasy getting these trees in and out of here. We won't have so much trouble with it, so... All right, let's cut this tree stump. Let's get that cut. And I can't be here at my PC all day. This will probably be the only video I have time to record. Maybe one more. But my youngest daughter, Arizona, the one I call Ray, she's having an Easter egg hunt at school today, so I'm going to be there. I'm going to be going to that with her. And it starts at 1:15, so I got to leave the house around, like 12:15 to be there about like 12:45, because their school's a pretty good little drive from where we live, about 30 minutes or something like that. So there's that. I think that's all we needed to do. We can go ahead and start grabbing these trees and putting them up here. We can fit all these in here. See, is it gonna go? Is it going in the right spot? Oh, it went right in there. Nice. I love it when the plan comes together, man. I love it. I love it so much. All right. Where was the other trees at? We got trees right here we got to get. This is probably going to be in our way for sure. So we'll go ahead and get that and get this tree stump here. Oh, that actually cut the tree stump in half. I wanted to cut it down to nothing. I didn't want to do that. There we go. That should do it right there. And we're gonna go even further on this map, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are tuning in and watching these videos faithfully, the playlist, as always, guys, is linked at the end, so you can always, go back and watch it from the beginning, and see how far the progress is actually. Because we've come a long way. We've come a very long way, and I'm very proud of this map. I'm very proud of the work that we've done on here. Get in there. Come on, get over there. You get over there too. Are they gonna go? Yeah, I see some. And then sometimes you just got to pick this thing up with your super strength and shake it a little bit to get him to go in there. See that? That's another little trick I've learned to get him to work sometimes. Sometimes you got to shake it a couple times. Let's get these trees. Okay, never mind. They're going in. They're all going to. Yeah, if you ever have trouble, guys, you got the tree in there. It's not going in. Use your super strength. Pick the machine up a little bit, not too high, about like I did, and slam it on the ground, and it'll work every time. All right, let's go ahead and grab this tree right here. Yep, that one's gone. Put that one in there. All right, so try to do this as quick as I possibly can, but also as smoothly as I can. I don't want to mess anything up. And a lot of times when you throw them trees in there, your super strength will accidentally latch onto the wood chipper, and you'll pull it way back out of place. I've done that many times. All right, I think that's it for that. Let's grab this tree. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure that you like, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you guys, man. I really do. And I thoroughly enjoy making these videos for y'all, man. All right, there goes that one. And then we got a little one right here. Looks like, is it a little one? That's actually a pretty good sized tree. So we're going to pick this up. We're going to run with it. And we're going to try to see if we can't see our way in here. There we go. I think that one's going up in there too. Yeah, it's going. A lot of times you just lay them on the logs and they'll go right up in there for you. That wood chip machine is pretty awesome, actually. I love that wood chip machine. All right, let's get over here. Put that in there. I might have put that over a little bit too far. There we go. We'll just scoot it over a little bit so it's straight. And let's grab this one here. You want to kind of be angled like you're straight with the tree like this when you pick it up. Because if you're turned this way and you pick it up, you can't really see the wood chipper. So I kind of like to always try and turn my guy in an angle like this where I can, see where I'm taking the log to. See that, how I got a good view on it like there? If I had it from the other side and showed you from the other way, then I wouldn't be able to see the where the tree was going. Get up in there, man. Go. Is it straight? It's pretty straight. It's pretty good. All right. Now we can start cutting some more of these trees down here. I'm just trying to figure out the best way and the best way to come from, because I just don't want the trees to be in my way, which is going to be kind of hard to avoid right now because like I said, once we start getting the majority of these trees cleaned off and getting them cleared out, then, it'll start being a little easier. See how we got this tree right here beside us? See that? So if we got to go out this way, and then we got to come back. Then we got to swing back here, and when we got them other trees cutting down behind us already, it's getting to be a little bit easier maneuvering these trees. Let's put that one in there. And let's go ahead and start cutting this one down here. All right, turn the chainsaw. Get the tree stump. I think it's easier doing it like this. Oh, we got the tree. No, I wanted to get the tree stump, not the tree. I mean, it's more wood chips on the ground, whatever. But That's what I get for not paying attention and not making sure that red line was on that tree stump. That's exactly what I get. All right, let's cut this one down, and we'll go ahead and cut this one down while we're at it to make sure they're both out of the way. All right, let's make sure the red line is on the tree stump. It is, because a lot of times you'll think it's on the tree stump, and you'll do what I did right there, and you will cut the entire tree down into just wood chips. I always say it cuts it down to nothing, but that's not true. It cuts it down to wood chips. So, all right, let's turn that off, and let's get our angle here. Let's run with it. Get it straight, and throw it right in there. All right, let's get this one. Do the same thing. Oh. Too much. Where's it at? There we go. Now let's jump back. Probably need to push this one over. No, it's going in. I'm not going to worry about what's going in. Okay, so my plan is to cut all this down back here as far back as we can go, even if we have to go all the way to the sawmill, and then start putting down some, farming equipment back here, or farming, whatever you want to call it, memorabilia, or, just, like I said, sheds and stuff like that, and a house. First and foremost, we're going to put down a house back here is the first thing we're going to do so that I have a nice soft bed to sleep in, and I don't have to keep sleeping in the corner of my shed at night. So, now before I sleep in the corner of my shed, I was sleeping in my tractor, and it kept me warm at night. Used a lot of fuel doing it, but it kept me warm at night. It really did. So didn't have to worry too much about that. Let's see. Eventually I want to work back this way too and cut a majority of these trees down. So let's go ahead. So maybe we'll cut down maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 trees at a time. And that'll kind of help us get it done a little bit faster, where we don't have to pick up so many trees at once. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's go ahead and get this tree stump right here. Now, is that the tree stump or is that the tree? That's what I'm confused about. Let me move this over. All right, now let me try it. That's the tree stump. Okay. We'll get the tree stump. Can I get that right there? Yeah, good. I'm glad we got that. All right, let's lock the chainsaw, and we're going to try to clear some more of this out real quick right here, because it is important to be able to see your wood chips on the ground. And with this tall, thick grass, it's really hard to spot those wood chips on the ground, because for some reason, even though the wood chips are brown, they blend in so good with that green sometimes that you can't, like for me personally anyway, they blend in so good it's hard for me to find them sometimes. It really is. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of FS25. I hope you guys enjoyed the content this week. Everyone have an amazing, amazing and safe weekend. Remember that tomorrow is Good Friday, in which we celebrate the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior, who came to die for the remission of sins for all of mankind. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ died on this day many thousands of years ago, so that the world might be saved through him. I love you guys so much. Until next time, everyone, this is cjfarms, and one crop at a time, we're helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video.